Hello, 8th grade scientists. This is Miss Ludwig, and I am bringing you your Week 13 overview of assignments. We are starting a new unit this week, so before I get started on this week's assignments, I would like to give you a quick reminder that if you have any assignments from the energy unit, which are in modules for week 11 and 12, you need to complete those assignments as soon as possible. They are absolutely due no later than this Sunday, November 15th. On Sunday, November 15th, those modules will be locked and you will not be able to complete any of those assignments that you have not completed. So the energy unit is a very short unit and it is a good unit to try to get caught up so that you are completing your assignments on time every week, okay? So this week is week 13 and our new unit is called Molecular Biology. In this unit, we will review cells and the parts of cells. We'll talk about photosynthesis and cellular respiration, and we will finish out the unit with some healthy living and diet type information. So this week is week 13. On our week 13 at a glance, you have a quick summary of what you'll be learning this week. So cohort R is starting on Monday, November 9th. You will do a cell tour Edpuzzle, review prokaryote and eukaryote cells using a Venn diagram. You will start a organelle project, or actually complete an organelle project, and review the cell structure with Quizlet and Quizzes. You will also be completing an Edpuzzle on chemical compounds in cells. And along with that, you will do an organic compounds top-down web drag and drop activity and be finishing up your organelle project. As always, on Wednesdays, we love to see you at Google Meet at 11 o'clock. We always review information and can take any questions that you're having as you are going about your learning online. Thursday, you will be completing the MB1 Quizlet and Quizzes that goes along with the MB1 notes. And then Friday, you will do your MB1 quiz. So back on Canvas here, if we take a quick look at the module view, from top to bottom, as always, you complete your assignments starting at the top and work your way down. On day 1, we have 4 different assignments for you. Day 2, just 2 assignments. Day 3, you can work on the organelle project that I'll tell you about. Day 4, reviewing some of the stuff from the MB1 notes. And then, of course, the MB1 quiz on day 5. We also have some additional review resources. These are just vocabulary activities to help you along with some of the vocabulary that goes along with this section. So let's take a look out of our day 1. We're going to start with a cell tour Edpuzzle. You should have learned about cells and organelles that make up cells in 7th grade and the different types of cells that exist. So we'll do a brief overview of the different types of cells and especially the organelles and what their special jobs are. You do not have to take any notes written down on this subject, but you will complete the Edpuzzle just like we did for energy. So you will watch this Edpuzzle video, it will stop and give you multiple choice questions, answer the questions based on what you have learned in the video. If you're not sure, you can always click the rewatch button and it will review what you need to watch again so you can get that correct, okay? That grade that you get from answering the multiple choice questions is your grade for this activity. So do your best on it. If you're not sure of the answer, always rewatch the video. After you have reviewed the cells and parts of cells, you will take a little bit closer look at prokaryotic versus eukaryotic cells, 2 different types of cells. Watch this video. It gives you a really brief and clear overview of the differences and similarities between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And then after you have watched that video and reviewed, you will click on this prokaryote and eukaryote Venn diagram. This is a drag and drop activity. It will prompt you to make a copy that goes straight into your Google Drive. So here we have a Venn diagram. Remember that Venn diagrams show things that are alike and things that are different between 2 different things. So we are comparing and contrasting prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Things that they have in common will go in the middle. Things that are only true for prokaryotes will go on the left here, and things that are only true for eukaryotes will go on the right. All you have to do is click on the different options here, and you will drag and drop them. The best way to do that is make sure you hover your mouse so you get that crosshairs there. Click with one finger and drag to wherever you feel that answer goes best. Just click and drag. Those are not necessarily the correct answers, but I'm just modeling how to go about completing that assignment. Once you feel like you have them correct, you will be submitting this assignment in Canvas, okay? And there should be, on your page, there'll be a blue submit button as usual. The next assignment is to do a cell structure Quizlet. So this goes over some of the vocabulary, of course. You can use any of those review games as you usually do. You will ultimately take the practice test on Quizlet, and your score should be an 85% or higher. Once you reach that, you will screenshot and submit. There is a cell structure quiz. Again, it goes over the different organelles and their specific jobs in the cell. So that'll be a good review for you. You do not have to necessarily submit anything for that, but that is a very good review of the different organelles. And then this brings us to our first set of technical notes, MB1, chemical compounds and cells. So what we have done is given you the slideshow notes here that you can read and click through at any time throughout the unit that you need to refer back to these notes. So that's there for you. And if you scroll down, the way you get a grade for your notes for this section is to complete this Edpuzzle. So again, you do not have to write anything down unless you want to, and that helps you, and that is perfectly fine, but you do not need to submit any handwritten or typed notes. Your grade for the MB1 notes comes from your successful completion of the Edpuzzle activity. You'll watch the video, answer the multiple choice questions correctly, and you should get an easy 100 as long as you do so, okay? Again, this slideshow up here goes over the same exact notes, so if you want to refer to them at any time, feel free to do that, okay? There is also some extra information if you go through these notes, so I would definitely check that out, okay? After you have done that Edpuzzle, there is an organic compounds drag and drop activity. So my recommendation is to watch this Amoeba Sisters videos first. It reviews the organic compounds, also called biomolecules, which are carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. So watch the video first, then you can go ahead and make a copy of your drag and drop activity. Again, the video is linked there if you didn't watch it the first time. The second slide has your activity. You're going to be clicking on these purple boxes. Again, find the crosshairs and drag that down to the correct location in the top-down web. Once you have finished that, you will submit it in Canvas. And if you're having difficulty with that assignment, you can always watch this extra video here. Ms. Kerr has given you a little tutorial and some helpful hints on that assignment. That brings us to a fun little project that you're going to do after you have reviewed the different types of organelles, parts of the cell, and what their special jobs are. You are going to do a project. We're going to make a dating profile for one organelle of your choice. So you will, as the directions say, here are your directions pages, and there's some fun little wording here, but basically you are going to be making a dating profile for one organelle. If I scroll down a little bit more here, here are your choices of organelles that you can pick. There are many organelles, many more organelles in a eukaryotic cell, but we are focusing on these ones because they are the most important in 8th grade science. So you can choose one organelle from this list. I've also provided you with some helpful resources to learn more about your organelle, and you can always Google information, but just one quick reminder is that if you are Googling information and you do not understand the words, do not use that information in your project. It is clear to your teachers whether you understand something or not based on the words that you are using. If you're using words that your 8th grade science teachers do not understand, you need to figure out a different way to say that makes sense to you and makes sense to us, okay? So just keep that in mind when you go Googling things. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to research a little bit, basic information about your organelle. So if I am doing the mitochondria, okay, the powerhouse of the cell, you're going to include the following information on this document that I have provided. So you will click this and open it, make a copy for yourself. And as you do your research, you are going to fill in the information on this document right here. Anywhere on this document can be clicked on, and you can type anything that you need to type. You can change your font style, the font size, the color of your font. You can insert, using the insert button, insert any pictures if you need a text box for some reason, if you found a very short video. Any of those options are fine. You can be as creative and colorful as you like in this project. But I just wanted to show you that all of your information will go here. There are 2 slides. So you'll fill in the first slide and the second slide's information about your organelle that you're researching. And then at the bottom is a little rubric so you can check and see, have I included all of the information to get the best grade possible, okay? So this is just for your reference. This is how we will be grading your project. If I go back over to the direction slide, this is a little bit more information about what exactly we are looking for in your project. So a selfie is a picture of your organelle. So if I was doing the mitochondria, I would Google a picture of the mitochondria and include that on my document right here in the selfie section. You can easily go to Insert, Image. You can find one in your Drive or in your Photos. You can search the web from that angle, or you can make a new tab and copy and paste an image from Google as you usually would, okay? Theme song. If your organelle has a specific theme song, you can come up with that. There's some more information there. A personal motto. So what would a good catchphrase be for your organelle? A hashtag. So if you were going to go viral with your organelle, what would the cool little hashtag be? Where do you like to hang out? So where in the cell is that organelle found? What structures are nearby? A good way to include that in your project, if you're looking at this, would be, notice it says you can include a picture. So you can include a picture of a diagram of a cell and then maybe use an arrow. You can go to Insert Shape and pick an arrow to maybe point out where the mitochondria is in that picture. That's just one way of going about it. What the occupation is, so what is that job? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It helps break down energy and provide energy for the cell. Why? So remember, this is a dating profile. So you are trying to show the best qualities of this organelle. So you want to be cute with it and explain why you're a catch, why any other organelle would want to be your partner. Why are you the best organelle, okay? Physical attributes, what does it look like? How could somebody recognize the mitochondria or whatever your organelle is? 2 questions that you think are important. So from mitochondria, a question I might ask would be, do you like energy? Something related to that organelle. And then 2 dislikes, okay? So the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, so it's all about energy. So 2 dislikes, well, they don't like a lazy organelle, okay? If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to your teacher. But I think that should be a cute little project, and you will submit your project, which again, all of your answers are going on these slides, and you will submit that using the blue Submit button in Canvas, okay? Then lastly, to finish out the week, you will do a Quizlet test and screenshot your 85% or higher. That goes along with the MB1 notes. Here's an MB1 quizzes. Always suggest you play that a time or 2 to make sure you understand the information from the notes. And then you can go ahead and take the actual quiz for MB1. Lastly is those extra vocabulary things that help out with your understanding of the organelles, okay? I think that is about it. If you have any questions at all, always feel free to email your teacher. One last reminder to get your energy stuff done in week 11 and 12, and I hope you enjoy our new unit. Thanks, guys.